Step lively now. Your admiral is on board. Ha! Two to the one, to the one, to the three. I'll take that. Battle Fury. Tidehunter. Rot in the sun. Damn. I thought this bottle would have rum. Three to the one, to the one, to the three. True peace is only at sea. All ship shape from stern to scupper. Tidehunter. You're not like another. Sweetly, sweetly blew the breeze. On me alone it blew. I'll take that. Hand it over. Deny. No goal for you. Tidehunter, you left too soon. To the deeps with you. Lower the boom. Hie thee to battle. I dub thee. I scepter. Ramming speed.
Hello and welcome back to The Only Way to Play. Today we're going to make a guide on Darkseer, again. Although for some reason this Darkseer is a big green ocean-dwelling watermelon. He also refers to himself as Tidehunter or something? I don't really know why. He is exactly the same as Darkseer. We take him offlane, we get his damage talent, we get Echo Saber. Something's fishy here. Okay, so tongue out of cheek now, Tidehunter has been given the Darkseer treatment. And while the items are the same and the lanes are the same and the playstyle is the same... Oh... Actually, yeah, I guess this guy really is eerily similar to Darkseer. But yeah, Tidehunter and Darkseer innately counter different heroes and I've picked because of that. The thing with Darkseer is that the game is changing and if he wants to stay relevant, he has to change too. With more and more teamfights happening every other second, a blink, Ravage, Anchor Smash, win the fight, Tide doesn't really cut it anymore. In between Ravage cooldowns, you can have 3 game-deciding teamfights now. So instead of focusing on winning one massive teamfight happily, we're going to look at how to not lose every small skirmish in between. And maybe we'll uncover why he's called Tidehunter. Does he hunt tides? It doesn't really seem that adventurous. You just wait at the beach for a few hours and bam, there it is, whoa. So here's the thing. The difference between Tidehunter and Darkseer are the heroes we pick them against. Basically, Tidehunter is just way better at utility. Unfairly so, I reckon. I mean, he has a slow and an armor reduction spell, a nuke and a damage reduction spell, a 1000 range stun, and a damaging nuke. When Iceprog was giving out skills, Tidehunter, I guess, got in there really early. Most of the heroes he beats are direct results of just Kraken Shell and Anchor Smash, though. Right at the top of the tier is stat-heavy melee carries because Anchor Smash reduces only base damage. Right at the top of the top is Slardar because his damage and amplified Corrosive Haze is purged almost instantly. Other heroes up there are Chaos Knight and Phantom Lancer because the damage reduction affects all of the illusions. A step down from that are heroes who depend on comboing spells. A lot of them overlap into tier 1, like Spirit Breaker and Magnus. Some heroes that don't are Storm Spirit, Skywrath, Mage, and Silencer. In fact, pretty much any silence in the game bar Doom. If you're going to try and kill a Tidehunter before you can Ravage, you're going to fail. And a step down from that is anyone who has a limit to their burst damage. Tidehunter is a fat fuck. It takes a lot to burst him down. Overall, man, Tidehunter just counters next to everyone in one way or another. The only thing that really beats him down is constant sustained damage, being ranged in spells that beat Kraken Shell. So Nature's Prophet's way up there. You can't dispel Sprout, boy. Grass beats water. Also, I guess Electricity beats water too because Leshrek's up there. Yeah, just constantly dealing damage is the best way to beat Tidehunter. Zeus is up there, Pugna's there, Timbersaw's pretty good, Sniper too. And finally, heroes who just avoid teamfights anyway. You can't lose the teamfight if you don't attend, so Arc Warden, Broodmother, Lycan, and Beastmaster. And a special mention goes out to Rubik, who is Tidehunter's true arch-nemesis. Screw Kunkka, the high noon showdown that occurs in every Tidehunter vs Rubik game is one of the only things that really gives me joy in a game that's pretty much just become a slog of playing an hour, having a number at the end go up or down, and being tired or angry accordingly. As with every Only Way to Play guide I've done, you can find this one in-game as well as on YouTube. The link is in the description. The normal skill build goes a little bit something like this. Swap out Anchor Smash for more levels in Kraken Shell if need be. If you're really winning, get an earlier point in Gush, but overall this is your build. Gush is a 4-second 40% movement speed slow at all levels, meaning that a value point in it is actually really good. It has a good cast range at 700 and upgrading it with Aghanim Scepter makes it brutal. An AoE, slowing, damaging, armor reducing spell with 1800 range is nothing to scoff at. Kraken Shell is a strong dispel. It purges nearly everything. It breaks stuns, it breaks slows, it even breaks Ravage. I learned that after I failed the Rubik Tidehunter showdown. After 450 damage is taken, after reduction, so straight up if you take exactly 450 damage, it procs. And if you don't take damage for 6 seconds from a hero, it resets the counter. Anchor Smash is physical damage, and you have an armor reducing spell, so lead with Gush. Anchor Smash early is really cheap and can be used for the dual purpose of last hitting and reducing the damage of your enemy, so they can't last hit. It affects ancient creeps and reduces only base damage. Anchor Smash plus Kraken Shell means any hero under 120 damage deals absolutely nothing to you. Anchor Smash reduces it to 48 damage done, Kraken Shell blocks 48 damage. Oh, and the duration is longer than the cooldown. It has a 150% uptime time. Yet again, the thing that makes this build is yet another damage talent, but the difference is this one comes at level 10. That's really good. Afterwards, pick up the armor, maybe the XP if physical damage isn't a threat, pick up the 6 mana regen at level 20, and if you get Ags, get the -6 gush armor. Otherwise, just get the cooldown reduction. Cooldown reduction actually works on Echo Saber too, so in a way it's actually extra attack speed. And Ravage. Ravage is why Tidehunter is the most popular Dota smut character. I could just copy-paste that section from the Darkseer video, but I'm not about that life. So I guess I'll just reiterate. Start off as you normally would, because we're heading to the offlane, get Tangos and an Iron Talon. We don't ever buy Stealth Shield on this guy, because it overlaps with Kraken Shell, which does a better job. My boots of choice are Phase Boots, but you can go Treads, you can even go Grieve still. I go Phase Boots because I get a wand or raindrops to compensate for the lack of mana. Pick up Treads if you personally want that extra mana, and carry around a TP. Always, because with this build, we're always going to be able to teamfight. That's the whole point. Because our core items are Echo Saber. And yep, it's this shit again, this fucking bizarre fascination with Echo Saber, but here, every single stat is used by Tidehunter. The int, mana regen, attack speed, damage, and strength. The double hit compensates for Tidehunter's awful agi gain, complements his really high strength gain, and doubles your 50 damage talent every hit. But it gets even worse, because after Echo Saber, we get, yet again, Solar Crest. Finally, we're going to talk about Solar Crest. I think I've suggested it for every single build except Gyro so far, but here, let me fully explain myself. Solar Crest, put bluntly, is one of the least picked up full items in the game, and it has the absolute highest win rate to gold cost in the game. It is the only sub 3k item with over a 62% win rate. In fact, other than Sacred Relic and Eagle Song, it is the only sub 4k item with a 62% win rate. It gives the highest armor of any item in the game, rivaled only by Shivas, Assault Curious, and Greaves, but only when you're under the 20% health. And let me remind you, these items are all over 4.5k, but not only that, it also gives the second best evasion in the game, while being half the price of Butterfly, the first best evasion. And not only that, it gives 75% mana regen, is built out of cheap parts, and gives more armor reduction than Deso. Oh god, it can be picked up on supports and carries, it can be used to push and counter push, and it can be fully used on Roshan. Honestly, nothing I say here matters compared to you just using it yourself and winning with it. Build Solar Crest, all the time, on every hero. But yeah, alright. After that, if you somehow haven't won, go back to normal Tidehunter items. Blink, Force Staff, Ags, Lotus Orb, Halberd, Refresher, Blade Mail, Pipe, Shivas, because yet again, we're not playing carry Tidehunter and throwing away every other guide. Tidehunter is still this utility hero, just like 1 + 2 is 3, and the square root of 144 multiplied by the sum of 10% of 1 and 8% of 1.875 is 3. We're getting to the same outcome, but the latter is more likely to confuse morons and make nerds ruin their pants. Well, hey, I made it a whole 3 weeks on schedule. But no, other than this episode, I still upload every Friday. This was just a slight hiccup. This guide was pre-recorded a while back too, before people kept telling me that they missed the how to play parts of these guides. From now on, they'll be coming right back. And thanks to these guys for making this video happen. Free Kill, Foxy fucking Loxley, Chris and Sir 1996, Brandon Koo, King Ice, Bruticus Mix, Chillin, Mr. Magic, aka The Tones, Zelnor, Pearson Mewborn, insert cool name here, Hubert motherfucking Combadale, Shooped, Akruma McAngelface, Mr. Revolute, Turd Ferguson 67, Grumpy Bear, Jeff Miller, Kaiser Wilhelm, Michael Robb, Shadow Sweetheart, Jacob Miller, Oslovic, XZ15, Slap a Leg a Lamb on the side of it, Jamon 70, Klamath, Saintly motherfucking Swordfish, Apache Murray wearing a headwear, neckwear, nicknamed as Hatcrafted Dice, Aaron and Armin, the Ultra Death Cat, Punith P, Zwop, Proes, Lewis Edwards, Christian Rudder, Herpaderpa Dooda Derp, Swaggity Booty, Beep Boop Deep, Booty Souffle, Red, I can't get the spacesuit off, it's been years, please send help, Kerrison, Parker Bukowski, Redalus, Snuggly Wuggums, Milacott, Yebus McGee, Tsunami Shadow, Rip Mitchell, and Zenon Penumbra, and Chestnut. Also, I want to mention a guy named I Changed My Name just so that Edge has to read all this shit lull, who's been pledged to me for a while, except of course I haven't had to read his name because he can't read, and he donated the $2 thing when you get your name read out at $5, so haha, joke's on you, except I guess I did read out your name, so you win.